always with the hand. Hi, sisters. Hold on. It always takes a minute anyway. How are you guys doing today? As promised, we are going to talk about some things. Yeah, you guys were really into the me coming in and talking about Let It Go last week. So I thought I'd touch on it a little bit this week so it's not overwhelming, because one of the biggest things that I've learned and overcome and still am always learning is how to let things go. And honestly, it's always going to be a daily challenge, because there's going to be things that come up, right? And then you go into this small place of what comes up, and then you got to release it, and you get stronger and stronger in letting it go. So it really does. It starts from really big things to really small things. And trust me, I got a lot of small things hitting me this month, that I have to constantly go in this space, take care of it, and just release it. And it's work. But I think that for the most part, hi Tara, thank you. Or if you're in the BFF Couture group, this one is on sale. And there's my hanger thing. Do you guys just rip these things out? Let's just ask. Or are you guys like, I don't want to rip that out? I'm the girl that just rips it out, because it bugs. Hi Rachel, how are you? Okay, letting things go. I know you guys are like, help me with this one. It's people, it's relationships, it's friendships, it's little things, it's finances, it's bills, it's stress, it's worry, it's anxiety. It all creeps up in all these different forms. Hi Monica, how are you? And I'll start with, like, how do you let go of negativity, right? Because there's always going to be tons of negativity come your way. And hi Karen, how are you? You have to start by making a decision to always seek and focus on the positivity, and always work on what positive changes you want in your life, right? If you sit in the negativity, you're gonna literally sit in the negativity. You have to make that decision. So you have to first identify what happened, and this is going to be in every element of your life. Whatever is negative, whatever you feel just heavy, right? You guys know it's a heavy energy. It could be bills, it could be something going on with your kid, it could be a relationship. A lot of you guys want to hear this because of relationship stuff. It could be a friendship, it could be a boss, it could be so many things that are hitting you in a negative way. One of the biggest things that will really weigh you down is when somebody's really kind of attacking you, right? And you know you're not wrong. So here's one big thing. We get caught up in the concern of it, about changing how somebody else thinks or feels, instead of letting it go. And when you really sit and focus on the concern of changing somebody else, you're gonna sit in that spot. You're not going to be able to let it go. What you have to do is own your side of the street. You have to know you're showing up and doing the best that you can do, right? And you have to then get some clarity and make a decision whether you want that person in your life or whether you're able to block that out, right? Let's say, for example, a boss. What about a boss that's coming in and attacking you, and for whatever reason, most likely, you're not even able to see that they're insecure. They're insecure about you because you're amazing, right? Because that happens. And when we work for somebody, you can't control that. What you can control is your performance and the people that you're interacting with. Hi, Shelby, how are you? So that is what you can control, right? And you have to let go, and you have to trust that that will be taken care of. And when you let go and stop focusing on trying to control what that person's doing, you're going to find your own solution to that problem. You got to but you can't try to control that solution to come that day. That's the problem. We become more concerned with trying to resolve it that day, and that's not how this world works. And the minute you figure that out, and you're able to see that the solution is going to come if you pull back from trying to control that outside person attacking you or doing whatever they're doing, then your solution will come to the surface. It's just we want things now. We person. She always calls me on a live. Always. Hold on. Sorry. But does that make sense? So when I say let it go, every area of your life that's weighing heavy on you right now, ask yourself, what happened? Okay? There's a lot of people that I coach in the group that if there's some major childhood issues that you haven't let go of and that you need to seek help, for one, seek help. You could still focus on where you want to go, but seek help if there's a lot of damage there, right? I mean, there's a lot of bad things that have happened to us that we can't overcome, and there is therapy and counselors for it by all means. If it is something huge in your life, you don't want to sit and dwell on it, right? You need to heal that. And you guys know what I mean by saying major issues. I don't want to get in details, but we all know what a major issue is that could have happened to us, right? There's absolutely guidance that you need to get in a professional industry of a therapist or a counselor or a psychologist or a psychiatrist. Like, honestly, start there if it's something major holding you back, right? But you don't, even then, you're not supposed to sit in that story. I can name off dozens of women in this group alone or around me that have been through things that I cannot fathom. I cannot fathom it. And I always am inspired by them because I've seen them heal and use no excuses and just continue their journey on healing and getting through it. Those people inspire me, right? Get inspired by that. And know if you're one of those people that sit in that major event or whatever that happened, that I'm telling you, you should go seek outside help. You should get that out and move forward, okay? So identify if it's like a major life-altering issue, right? It could be death, it could be rape, it could be like something major. I mean, even honestly, if you were in a marriage for how many years and you're going through like something with an affair, like I honestly think you should be reaching out for some other help and then go into focusing on what you want, right? So I'm gonna move past the major issues thing, right? Because there's tons of people that are watching right now. And you guys, we know the other things that are happening, like a boss or a relationship or a friend that's attacking you and you feel, off. So I'm going to just throw out some examples that I know are floating around, okay? You already heard me talk about the boss one, right? If a boss is treating you wrong and it's unethical, you stay ethical. You stay the best that you can be in that state. I had an owner of a company and I killed my sales. Every single month I broke a freaking record. Insane. And he was so insecure about what I was doing that he just kept he had no personality and he kept throwing his Harvard freaking degree in my face, and I just look at him like this in a meeting. What does that have to do with my buyers? My buyers are amazing men that are showing up at 3 o'clock in the morning to support their families, right? So I'm showing up at 6 in the morning to show that I'm ready to work, right? Nothing really mattered about how the owner of the company made me feel when I walked into that office. I immediately went in, got what I needed to be done, let him know I wasn't going to come to a Monday meeting because that's how I am, and went right back out in the field with my buyers and continued and nurtured those relationships, which are still there. The minute I decided, if I ever decided to go back into sales and had these same buyers, they would buy whatever it was from me because they trusted me. I showed up and I gave them my best. I didn't bullshit them. I let them know if they did this, they would make this kind of numbers, and I actually knew those facts, right? It was amazing. And when I decided to part ways because I was making somebody rich that wasn't serving me and going to be loyal to me at all, I decided to leave and stand up for myself. Best believe that the universe is going to back you up when you make that decision for yourself. And you can't live in fear that you're not going to have another opportunity. If you're living in fear and trying to control the situation, that opportunity is never going to come in because you're so concerned with controlling what it is and how this person is or how this person is making you look, right? It doesn't matter. If you are doing what you are supposed to doing and you are living with your heart and you are providing a service and you know you're a good person, does not matter how people make you look. If anybody tries to make you look a certain way by running their mouth, they will polarize the people that go into that space. You don't want them in your space anyway. Does that mean really grasp that? There's people in this group that don't agree with how I coach or because they want to go in this area, that area, and might badmouth me. I could care less because I'm still showing up every day for the women that I'm going to help. Makes sense? And if you stay in the energy of the person that's doing this, they are taking the light from you. They are absolutely taking the light from you. You stay in your light. You own it. You live a good life. You lead with your heart. That is yours. Nobody can take that away from you. And I'm only speaking by experience. I have let the life of others suck me dry for honestly probably 40 years of my life. I'm 41. I really have. So I've learned some huge lessons. And when I see that I could help, when I got out of my own way of trying to control what other people thought or me saving the world or doing anything, I'm able to show up in a space to help more people. And it is life-changing. I've had to remove friendships. So let's move on to friendships, right? I am that person. Literally everyone's made fun of me forever because, not made fun of me, but they're like, oh, but your BFF, because I attract a lot of people. But it doesn't mean that some of those people don't cling on and try to pull me down. And I've never been that smart as identifying it, because I'm like, everybody show up to the party, and then everybody's fighting, right? Like, I've learned a lot of bad lessons that way. But the thing is what I really did this year was pull back and balance my energy and really feel when somebody was pulling me the wrong direction or not respecting what my goals were or what I was showing up to do, or especially when I'm showing up on my personal Facebook page to teach people. There's tons of people that are gonna be like, what is she doing? That have been attached to me my whole life. But there's like 4,500 people that found me to get help, right? Just on my personal, let alone in the group, let alone on my Instagram, let alone on my business page. There's just tons of people finding me to get help that I completely let go of anybody else's opinion. My focus was on helping people and guiding them, right? So other people that might nitpick or put me down or make a little comment, I know how to drop my concern for that so freaking easy. And it's taken a while, but it is very empowering. And now it's like second nature to me. Because one person trying to drag me through the mud is irrelevant to all the people that message me every day and thank me for inspiring them, that I see them making little shifts and changes in their life, and they stay in the space of love of who they are, even though they're being attacked by somebody, which who cares what the reason is, right? So you are able to let it go as long as you sit back and own your side of it. And do that. Own your side of it. I've had to own my side of it several times, right? There's certain patterns that I've done with certain things that I've had to identify and just own it so I don't repeat it. And then I'm able to let go of the rest. And there's still gonna be, now we're moving to a smaller space, right? Little things like the landlord of this house giving me a hard time about doing something right now. I about lost my shit this morning. Literally. Lost my shit. Everything I'm telling you, I'm just like, because his nature is so selfish that I just want to like, ooh, I can't handle when people are like that. Well, I pulled back and I was like, this is small compared to where I'm going. This is leading me to where I'm going. So set what you're gonna do about the situation, remove the energy, and release it, because where you're going is bigger than this house. I'm gonna buy my own house twice the size. What do I care about somebody being so cheap? I care because he doesn't care about our health, right? So I got caught up in that small part of it. And then I took action to make sure I'm taking care of our health with what I need, scheduled what I need to schedule, removed him from the equation, done. Now, do you see how that minor thing could have exploded because I got so heated? Because it's that selfish energy. I live in a house where there's a selfish energy. He owns it and he's so selfish. Well, I have to release that. I do my part, taking care of my end, and I'm gonna release it, and I don't let it affect me. If I didn't get into that space where I stopped myself from letting it affect me, I wouldn't be able to show up here and teach you this. Do you see the purpose that I focused on? I was like, done with this conversation, taking care of, I got a call, I'm going on live at 12 to teach my girls. End of story. End of story. That is my heart, that is my purpose. I don't care about the landlord being cheap, right? Done, deal, take care of it, like done. So now my day's better. It's all perfect now. It's not perfect, but you know what I'm saying, right? So how is that little incident this morning, which we all have those all day long, you got to take a step back and you got to ask yourself, how is that little incident of that energy, that's a very selfish energy that I'm somewhat attached to a little bit, right? Although I detach myself a lot. How is that going to ruin my whole day? How am I going to let that ruin my whole day? Those little things are going to get you every single day, all day long. Pull yourself out of it. Ask yourself how it's going to matter in a month, 2 months, a year, 5 years. If it's not going to, then take care of it, set a boundary, get it away from you as much as possible, do what you got to do, and remove yourself. It's all going to go away. It's going to go away. If I stay in that energy of being angry with him and just angry, guess what? I'm not going to put myself in a position to get out of this house, which I let you guys know I love this house, right? But I can't control that. That means what I'm doing will end up with me in the same, a similar house, probably better, because I'm not trying to control the situation. Things are happening for a reason, because I am going to, it's like if I follow the plan, what I'm supposed to do, the universe is going to move me where I'm asking to be moved. I can't fear a move, a shift, a change. It's all happening. I'm not in control of it, right? What I am in control is how I show up to do my work. Show up to be the best person. Show up to not let that affect me. Everybody say hi to Maggie. Maggie's like getting preached at on the couch over there. Anyways, so thank you for saying that, Rachel. Hi, Gina. Oh, Gina, you're going to love this one, girl. I need my, can you guys, I need a be lean break? Be lean break. Hold on. Where is my be lean? I mean, think about it. I'm not going to ever not show up for you guys, right? So I honestly could create a space in my room, which I probably will. You've seen my room, but my room's very private. Like I do my meditation in there. I actually make a choice. I have a place in the garage I could show up, or I have a backdrop. I make a choice to show up right in the center of this space that's open, so you guys see my life. I don't have anything to hide. This is my little cute house. This is a cute little living room. This is my open space. My kitchen's right there. Like maybe what's happening right now, I'm showing up to grow, right? Maybe what's happening is then where I am going to end up in a year, 6 months, 5 months, whatever it is going to be a bigger space to speak to you guys. A bigger space in the kitchen to do more videos for you guys. Who knows, right? But you gotta know, that's what's happening. You have to, a lot of times when people are unhappy and you have to put yourself in an environment to be around them because you don't have a choice. AKA, let's say, blended families, right? There's a good example right there. If you know in your heart that you're showing up to be blended in this family, to take care of this family the best that you can, whatever outside factors come in from one of the people being controlling or in a we all know, right? We know how this goes. I'm an expert at blended families, I'm telling you right now. If you show up and there's kids involved with just love for those kids, because you have a role. And I don't care if the ex-partner, anything like that, constantly put you in a space where they're attacking you. You are showing up in your heart to love that child and not take that child away from that immediate parent. Just know I'm here for support. I'm here and I love you unconditionally. It will work out for you. Don't let yourself get dragged in the drama. Because it's not, you can't close that out overnight. We all know that, right? When you show up to be with somebody and be a bonus parent for a child, you better know that you have shown up to put that child's needs first and learn how to love them unconditionally through any kind of storm. Because that love will affect them for the rest of their life. And you coming in and loving conditionally, but get beat up by somebody a little bit, I mean, not physically, hopefully, but, and being shaken and being taken away from who you are as a person, that's not going to give you your ultimate goal of loving the child and loving the significant other at the same time unconditionally is going to always give you that relationship for life. And that is what the goal is. I love my son's brother, who I was his stepmother. I love him with all my heart. I love his mother, love her. And we were so awkward. We were so awkward when we were younger of knowing how to do this. And we have formed this unit. No, none of us were all kind of separated, right? We have formed this unit of community that have backed each other up. He is sick. We have supported each other. I'm always there for her unconditionally, no matter what. Even on a bad day, I will love and support that woman because she is the mother of that boy who had my heart, right? She also never attacked me. She's amazing. Kaylee's mom, love her. And it was really awkward and hard for a while because I was immature, young, insecure, and I had to work through that and see the bigger picture. The bigger picture was that Kaylee is going to be in my life forever. And she's an amazing kid. And there's a reason she is an amazing kid is her mom. Her dad too, of course, but her mom too. So through different times where her mom maybe didn't care for me or was upset, it was a temporary state. But that unconditional love I always showed up for no matter what, she has thanked me for. And it was in her due time, not mine. It wasn't about me. I knew if I showed up to love that little girl unconditionally, that would never be taken away from me. And now I haven't been with her father for 4 years, and she is actively in my life as well as her mother anytime. Makes sense? So when you really focus on what the goal is of the situation you're in, you can remove yourself from the attacks and know that if you are leading with your heart, it will all show up for you eventually. Just write it out. And that's a situation that's sticky, so that's why I talked about it, because a lot of you guys are going through some stuff with that, right? Just always just dial it back and think why you're there. Okay? Mother's insecurities could come out. Just know why you're there and put yourself in their situation. And if it's really ugly, just protect that little heart of yours and know that you're going to get through it. Okay, you guys, I have to move on, but what I do want to tell you, let me make sure I didn't, you know how I always just skip my notes because my service guy's coming. Hi, hold on 1 second. He's like, what's that? People never know what's going on. I hope that helps. One thing I'm going to tell you, when you are stuck in that space of you wanting to control, take it immediately to what you do want and make that your focus. And that focus energy, that high energy is going to help you get where you do want. It will take the heavy energy of what you have to let go and motivate you to move forward, right? Okay, I have to go. I love you guys. Comment below if you have any questions because I have somebody at the door. I'll see you guys later. Bye.